again, I realized there was a stark difference between what I was physically capable of doing and mental toughness. And that was exposed when I did competition. So my ability on paper and then how I performed under pressure was like chalk and cheese. I remember one of my friends in Trinidad saying that it's almost like you never live up to your true potential. And I say, yeah, the anxiety gets me, the pressure gets me. I am much more comfortable in a situation where I train by myself a lot. So I'm just training by myself. You give me the work to do, I will do it. But when you start a clock and you have other competitors on the floor and it's 3, 2, 1, go, for me, it was a totally different ball game. But over the past decade, I definitely can see my consistency, my discipline, my commitment. I am literally fascinated by what the body can do. And I think that is what drives me. It is not, it was never like a weight loss, anything that was never my mentality. But as I started off saying, I love athleticism. I love athletes. And I think we owe it to ourselves to explore what our bodies can do, especially as women. We're in a society where there's so much what you should and shouldn't do and what you can and cannot do, and then age factors in, and at this age you shouldn't be doing this, and I just don't subscribe to that foolishness. Anybody that knows me knows that I go against the grain, so that doesn't really apply to me. But anybody that I encounter in a professional capacity, like a personal training capacity or whatnot, my aim is always to encourage them to create and keep healthy habits, create a lifestyle around healthy movement. I do not force CrossFit down anybody's throat. That's what I like to do. But I encourage people to find something that they like to do, something physical, and I don't just mean sex, that they like to do, that that would contribute positively to our longevity outside of, disease or anything outside of our control. But I strongly believe you owe it to yourself to see how good your body can feel and move. The body is an amazing thing. And I learned that the hard way in the past, like, year and a half. I've had 2 unexpected injuries, and I was never prone to injuries, but I had two injuries. It was a bicep tear and a pec tear. And yeah, but I didn't realize the bicep tear. I didn't know I did a whole competition with a torn bicep, but it was through physiotherapy that I realized, all right, your mindset is different, because it wasn't whoa, it's me, oh God, I have an injury, I can't do this. It was always, all right, so what can I do in the meantime? And what do I need to do to get back to where I was? And then from there, what can I continue doing to surpass where I was? So I'm happy to say that despite having 2 relatively serious injuries in the past year, like, I have fully recovered, still PR in numbers, which is great. I ain't a spring chicken. I ain't all and beat out, but I ain't a spring chicken. And again, that is testament to mindset. I pride myself in being a disciplined person. I pride myself in being a consistent person. It was brought to my attention, like, I didn't realize that was me until people brought that to my attention. And then I was like, when you compare yourself, or people force you to compare yourself to not force you, but people bring different perspectives to you, and then you realize, yeah, well, I don't have that problem, or that was never a challenge for me. So, in speaking of faith, she asked me, how do you stay motivated? And I know it's cliche, we're in a world of affirmations and quotes and everything like that, but um, I am not always motivated, so to speak, but it is so ingrained in me. There's never like an insurmountable challenge for me to go to the gym on the days where I'm not feeling great. It's going to happen regardless. And a lot of the time when it does happen, I end up having a really good workout. And I always praise myself and say, I'm glad I went, or on the days where the workout isn't that great, I can still remind myself it's better than doing nothing. Um, and I also have to remind myself that your 100% differs daily. So the 100% that you give today may not match up to the 100% that you gave yesterday, but it is the present day that matters, right? Trying to think of what else Faith asked me to address. Does anybody have any questions? So, how does, oh, okay, diet. So I do not have a strict, I do not have a meal plan. I aim, so let me start off by saying I love my belly. Right. Yeah. Everything in moderation, including moderation. But I do encourage people to eat more whole foods, foods that come from the ground, foods that don't have that much of a shelf life. And that is within reason, obviously, right? Because I will never tell anybody totally eliminate X or totally eliminate Y, because that then leads to binge eating in some people. We need balance, but we need to literally nourish our body. So not necessarily just eat to feel full, but eat in a way that will benefit your body. That's going to give your body the nutrients, the energy, the proteins, the fats, and whatnot that it needs. I forgot to say, I represented Barbados once in figure. Didn't love it. Definitely not my forte. But when diet comes to mind, I think of that period because I had to diet to achieve the weight and to stay in the class that I was supposed to be in. And it was miserable for me. Not the eating of the food, but the timed eating of the food, and then the water manipulation coming down to the end and everything like that. Like that was not a sustainable lifestyle for me. I try to make sure that my meals are colorful. There's no limit. I love pork, I love chicken, I love fish. There's no limit there. But when people come to me, so my first disclaimer is I am not a nutritionist. I do not have those qualifications. I will not pretend to have them. But I encourage eating, as I started off by saying, whole foods. I like that question. Anyone? Or you're assuming that that change has fully taken place. I I get very nervous when it comes to competition, but there has been an improvement, and that took reading, a lot of reading for me, podcasts, those kind of things, but also just making a special effort to believe in myself more. And again, I don't like to sound cliche, but it was true. Just really giving myself my flowers in terms of my athletic ability. So again, I start off by saying I never really excelled in athletic, in anything sports related growing up. I loved sports, but I wasn't a, prodigy or anything like that. But with like the discipline and the consistency, I have done well um, at this stage. So that builds confidence. And in terms of mental toughness, I had to, just as you train your body, you train the muscles in your body, like I had to train my mind, like literally train my mind. So though I cannot honestly say I have like totally overcome that, I have come a long way. So still always a work in progress, but huge improvement over the past maybe 6 years. Yeah. Any more questions? Yeah. Yes. You're a professional dabbler like me. Yeah. You love hiking. Yes. Yeah. I actually recently started hiking and I think I share that love with you, but I've never done a night hike. Yeah? Yes. What is it specifically about hiking that really gets you? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. Yes. Yes. So just to piggyback off of what you said, that that empowerment that you get from overcoming challenges fuels me. So because the area of fitness that I have chosen, there's nothing that you ever perfect. There's always something to work on. And then I am fascinated literally by, as I started off by saying, what my body can do. So to be able to do things, handstand walking, handstand push-ups at this stage in my life, never having had a gymnastics background, for example, but that's because I went through the steps and I taught myself along the way and I had the assistance and whatnot. That drives me. So that's why I will say, like, I am not the person to come to for a weight loss story or whatnot. That has never been my focus. My what thrills me is constantly overcoming things and getting better at things. And because it's so measurable and so tangible, like I film everything. So I have videos from 5 years ago when, say, like I couldn't snatch a certain weight, or I couldn't do handstand push-ups properly, or I couldn't do pull-ups properly. So to reach this stage is what keeps me going. I hate the limitations that people place on you. You know, my knees, my this, my that. The body is designed to move. Um, if we take care of it, all those problems, and again, that is serious injuries or disabilities aside. If we are literally healthy and able-bodied, there's so many things that we can do, that we can still do at 40 plus, you know? So, any more questions? I do love anything posterior chain related. So squats, deadlifts, lunges, count me in. Um, but in light of what I just touched on in terms of what I have been able to learn in terms of gymnastics from a CrossFit realm, if you throw like ring muscle ups or anything in there, love those, love those. But the basics, yeah, squats, those are my jump. Yeah. What is yours? Okay. And you've been consistent since? Good. Congrats. Yeah. Yeah. It is a journey. Stick with it. How old are you, if you don't mind me asking? It's a journey. She's a youngin'. She know. She know about when to push. Where is Faith again? So the boot camp is every Monday night. Right. Okay. Okay. Check the notes. I think if I had something to share, it would be find something that you genuinely like to do. So it's not a chore, if you get what I'm saying. Now, anything physical is going to be challenging, but that doesn't mean it has to be like that you can't enjoy it. And then when your body start feeling better and your body start looking better, it fuels you to keep going. Yeah. So stick with it.
Hello, can you guys hear me?
Hi, Faith, can you hear us?
Yes, please, I can. Can you hear me?
Yes, please.
Okay, awesome. Can you guys see me or not? Y'all still hearing me?
Hi, yes, Faith.
Okay, good. I just wanted to pop in. I just got back off the road in Trinidad. So I wanted to come and spread some love. First of all, to you, Kim, thank you so much for coming through again. I got to listen in on a bit of it. I was in music and stuff well plugged in, so I didn't hear every single thing, but I'm definitely going to catch the recording because it definitely left me inspired, and I hope that you ladies have been inspired as well. So I just wanted to really, really thank you for being a part of Muscle Mindset. I will definitely back at some point as we continue to grow and bring powerful women to share their stories. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Ladies, I miss one I coming back there shortly. Shortly. Back in the gym, maybe from Friday or so. I'm gonna do a one-on-one on Thursday, but Friday I'll be back and we could definitely get in a session together. So enjoy the rest of your night, ladies. Please get home safely.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye. Love y'all.
I missed your first one. Yeah. You're welcome. I hope, well, I was gonna say, I hope some inspiration is left